matter what happens in your life or your career, you have to be brave to gain the confidence to continue on.
I like things that are made by hand or made by nature. That's something that unifies all my work, that there's flaws in it, there's something wonky, there's a little bit of tilt or a point that's in the wrong place, because I feel like we need more of that. The computers make it very easy to do everything correctly, and I like to make some mistakes.
That this program was able to cross over what these kids thought was community and like just totally blow up their minds and like, okay, this person that like I wouldn't know from anything like really cares about me. And I think like that was the biggest thing for me in this program, like realizing that we have the ability to change their life and like make them feel special and make them feel like they are worth whatever their idea is. And no idea is dumb, no photo is bad, like you can do it.
To me, the realist rebels are actually very obedient. We're very loyal and we're very obedient, but we're obedient to something that's unpopular. So in my case, I'm obedient to God and I'm obedient to the things that I believe that entails, meaning freedom and truth and justice and the dignity and preciousness of a human being. So when we're loyal to those things, when we're obedient to those things in a climate that's not, that makes us a rebel to some and a servant to others, depending on your point of view.
I think that all of us in this room have maybe projects or things that we're hiding, right? Because we're afraid to share those with other people. We're afraid we're going to be alone when we talk about it because we really have had this unique experience that no one else can understand. And while you have a unique perspective, I think that what happens when you unhide those things that you've seen is that you realize that you're together with people, that you have community.
And one of the things I learned pretty quick is that the power of type design is much more than you would expect. Because you can actually say something with words, but say the exact opposite with how the words look like.
But if you love what you're doing, awesome. You're very, very lucky. And if you don't, you have no excuse not to change it. I would argue that. I would argue that. So make strides to get yourself into a situation where you pinch yourself every day and say, I can't believe I get to do this.
I don't think it takes any more time to do a great design than it does to do a crappy design. And I don't care if it's for the local laundromat or it's for a Fortune 500 company. Doing great design should be the standard for everything you do. And if you want to know what great design is, go out there and look at it. It's at our fingertips every second of every day. I know what every company in my industry is up to because I'm daily going to see what they're up to.
And so I think even heritage and the role creativity plays with heritage is probably even more important today than it has ever been, because I think the heritage for myself is really about what you bring to the community that is truly from your soul. It is something that you have a feeling that I can bring this and have it woven in to the fabric of the community that I work with. And
if you look at your business or your creative area as something that's never finished packaging, it's so amazing. There's so much life that comes because you constantly go, we're creating something for people who care. We're creating something for people who care, and the only way you find people who care is finding this back here. You're not going to find it by aiming up here. You find it by figuring out here and growing with them.
How we have so much stimulation in the world right now. I mean, with our technology, with our phones, we're always dialed in to something, you know, electronic or cued in. So keeping the clothes, keeping the aesthetic, keeping that ambiance simple and minimal in other ways can be kind of refreshing in a way to dial back.
They didn't see it in my eyes. They didn't see how many venues the cities have. They didn't see the styles, the amount of genres that were being made. They didn't appreciate what they had in their community as much as I did, because I'd come from outside and gone, wow, you guys are blowing my mind. I was out 3 or 4 nights a week seeing bands, and that's what I was into at the time. So they fed off that enthusiasm.
Find ways to go out of your comfort zone, to have that one dream that you know, that the guy told me at my very first internship to start something now or it's not going to happen. You know, don't forget about these things. Try to like keep that in the back of your mind, because if you forget about these things that is so important to you, it's almost like you're cheating yourself, you know? Like there's so many other things that you can have potential to.